Good to have you join us on Sports Update on Trust TV. Adeni Aji Shafe. Time to go around the world of sports, where we look at the update in the world of sport. Big one coming up tonight. The UEFA Champions League is our focus. And we know that matches will be coming up. At least 2 matches will be coming up by 5:45 thereabout. We have Juventus, PSV, and also we'll be looking at Young Boys, Aston Villa. Those are the 2 matches coming up there. Well, quickly, let's look at the new UCL format, for you to have an idea of what is happening. 36 clubs to participate in the Champions League phase formal group stage. Each team will play 8 group stage matches and will now play one team 2 times for away games and for 4 home matches, rather 4 away games and 4 home matches in the group stage. Teams that finish behind. Let's look at it. That's between 1st to 8th and automatic promotion to the round of 16. Although we've done this before, just to let you have a feel of how the Champions League will be running again. Teams that finished between 9 to 16 will face teams that finished between 17 and 24 in the 2-legged playoff to secure last 16 of the competition. Teams that finished 25th and below are out of the UCL and won't qualify for the Europa League or Conference League. From round of 16, the competition continues as the old format of knockout rounds, leading to the final stage at a neutral venue selected by UEFA. In the Champions League exclusive week, Champions League matches will be played on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The new format will increase the total number of matches in the Champions League from 125 to 189. The result of each match will decide the overall ranking in the new league, with 3 points for a win and 1 for a draw still applying. The league phase will now be completed at the end of January instead of December for the league. That's a league phase. Just to give you an overview of what you are expecting in the UEFA Champions League, which we've done before, but we just have to bring it back since the matches are starting tonight. And aside that, we also look at how would the new format benefit fans. Let's look at how the new format will benefit fans. The new league format will involve more European teams in each competition, and we allow fans to not only see more top European matches, but also to see those matches take place earlier in the competition. The new format will introduce a better competitive balance between all the teams, with the possibility for each team to play opponents of a similar competitive level throughout the league phase. Every game counts. The new league format will ensure that any result has the potential to dramatically change the team's position right up to and including the very last match day. Winning or losing the last game of the league phase could make the difference between a side qualifying automatically for the last 16, entering the playoffs, or being eliminated from the competition altogether. Still talking about the UEFA Champions League now, let's look at the 2024-2025 UCL, where we have the teams now participating. 2024-25 phase draw, where you have Port, all the teams in Port, and to let you know that we'll be playing 8 matches, home and away. For Real Madrid, they play at home against Borussia Dortmund, Liverpool, Milan, Atalanta, Salzburg. And you look at them, they are playing at home today against Stuttgart. You have Stuttgart there and also Brest of France. Man City in that order, Inter, PSG, Club Brugge. You have Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona, Benfica, Shakhtar. All those teams that you are seeing at the front of each team in white, they will be playing them home and away. PSG, Liverpool, Inter, Borussia Dortmund, Leipzig, and also Barcelona. They'll play 88 matches, both home and away, just like the way you play a league. And then the first 1 to 8, they stay automatically qualify round of 16. You have 9 to 24 also trying to see how they can stay on. Just to give you an overview of how the new UEFA Champions League format stays. And the big thing is the fact that the teams are battle ready, but the players are also complaining that they did not consult with them because they are the one that will suffer. I saw Rodri's interview where he actually mentioned that. Also, the goalkeeper of Liverpool, Alisson, also complained that they could go on strike if nothing is done because of the fact that about 60 to 70 players will have to play the UEFA Champions League for each club. And that may not go well because they have to rotate them, and that will not be too good because of their health. Well, we will be talking about all this, and also we open phone line for you to be able to talk about your best team that you are rooting for tonight in the UEFA Champions League. Well, before we open the phone line, we have our usual suspect. Although before we unveil him, let's look at at least the lineup of Juventus we're having Juventus versus, that'll be coming up. The matches before the lineup anyway. Juventus against PSV, Young Boys versus Aston Villa, Dinamo Zagreb against Bayern Munich, Milan, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Stuttgart, and you have Sporting versus Lille. If you have the lineup of Juventus, PSV, let's have it quickly. Then Young Boys, Aston Villa. These two matches will be starting by 5:45, and we look at that before Olawale Peters will be talking. Okay, so right now we have for Juventus, you can look at the team there. It's very clear as they are battle ready against PSV. There, Cambiaso, Gregoria, Bremer, McKennie, Yildiz. You have Koopmeiners, Vlahovic at the front. You look at Locatelli, Gonzalez, Kalulu, all battle ready. Also involving Gatti there with the coach, Thiago Motta. And you look at Peter Bosz, who actually is the coach of PSV Eindhoven of Netherlands, where we have De Jong is there, Bakayoko, Schouten, the Desma, Flamingo, Dromel at the back as a goalkeeper. You look at Boskali, Verman, Tillman, and also Dams. Those are the players, the lineup for Juventus versus PSV. Quickly, let's look at Young Boys against Aston Villa. They are also battle ready there. Well, for Unai Emery, the coach of Aston Villa, Martinez is at the back, Emiliano, the Argentine. You have Bugatti, Konsa, Torres, Digny. You have Ramsey, Tilleman, Onana, and McGinn, while Rogers and Watkins are at the front of Villa Park. That's for the team that come from Villa Park rather. For Young Boys of Switzerland, you have at the front is Gamvula, Greening and Monterio Coley supporting from the midfield. Lopa, Hajjam, Kamara, Zokro, Niase, and Atekema are all battle ready. While at the back of the goalkeeper is Von Balmos, who is also holding sway there. Right now, Olawale Peter is here. Let's run through this quickly.
You finally unveil your usual suspect.
Yeah, at least I just wanted to use the opportunity to buy time to at least run through the league phases, the new format, the fans' opportunity benefit, and what have you before we unveil the usual
Thank you so much, Adeni, for having me. I think what you did is great. It's more like a refresher to our viewers. We've done this before, but the competition is starting in the next 10 minutes, so people need to really understand what is at stake this time around. So this is not a time that you look at topping your group. This is time for you to look at surviving as top 24. That is your aim. If you didn't make the top 8, you know that between 9th position and 24th position, you still have the opportunity to play to qualify to the round of 16. So this is the time for you to make sure that everything counts. At the point, the goal against, the goal in favor, even your discipline, because you get to a stage like we've seen in the World Cup and Euro that you have a team that they will tie on the same point, the same goal against, the same goal difference. They have to go to the discipline. How many yellow cards do you have? How many red cards do you have? You see that playing out this time around. That is the difference between a league format and a group format. So it's not about I must win, get a point and get a draw. And it's very interesting, and that's what we've been saying in this country, that football, it's business. Now, the number of matches move from 125 to 189. So that means they have over 30 more matches to show. Sponsorship, adverts, a lot of tickets. Matches, teams that normally played 3 matches at home before, they've increased it to 4 matches now. Those that normally play 3 matches away, they've increased it to 4 matches. And for the round of 16, if you didn't make the top 8, so that means those that came 9th to 24th, they still have to play 2-legged match to determine who will qualify. So that shows that those people will be playing more matches than those that have qualified to the top, that made it to the top 8. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Yes, most of the players are complaining, but the contract they signed for the club is not per match. It's per season. Yeah, they are going to play for me per season, and that is why, I know you're going to attack me on this.
I'm not attacking. I'm not
but it's a reality. Club like Chelsea, they've seen the future. When they are buying left, right, and center, do you think they don't know the reason why they are buying this? They have to have a player that will concentrate for Premier League, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup. And when you come to the Conference League, also you have players. This is the time for all teams to expand their teams so that you know that, okay, if you are not paying for this, you play for that. So that rotational needs to take place. This is not the time for them to say they want to go on strike. And the fans are enjoying it.
Okay,
we also but
UEFA ought to have at least see how this actually set to all fair, because you look at, I saw Alisson and Rodri saying this is they were not carried along. Players need to understand, because number one, we've seen so many players collapsing this year. This year alone, we've seen about two or thereabout player collapsing on the pitch of play. And I remember one passed on, and then the other one survived. But really, if you check now, it seems issue of players playing and then collapsing is getting more common now. So they need to consider that. And what the players are saying right now is, if care is not taken, they could go on strike. Okay,
and I say that as a threat, and I'm going to tell you this. The players may not be carried along, but all the club's owner, they were carried along.
But the club's owner ought to have talked to the players.
So if they want to talk, they shouldn't be talking to UEFA.
But UEFA is the organized body.
No, but they are not responsible to UEFA. They don't report to the UEFA. They report.
But they play UEFA competition.
Yes, under a club, under their coach, under their management team, under their chairman. So their complaint should be channeled towards, the team management. And I'm going to disagree with you when it comes to this. Yes, unfortunately, people collapsed, people died in the course of the football, in the course of life. But it is not because they have a congested fixtures that affect this. Take it or leave it from me. So all this one that they are doing, I see it as a mind game. They've announced this for how many months now?
Okay, let's
the money they are paying those players that they are complaining, let them divide it by 100 and pay me.
But
I will play for money tonight.
Is their job. I'm not a footballer. But they that are complaining, they know why they are complaining. They don't want to fall. They don't want to get sick.
They are talking about increasing their wages. You know what they are doing now.
Anyway, let's just open the phone line for at least let's have 2 or 3 reactions before we wrap it up. We know that time is on our side. But if you have something to say or you have a team you support, we know that AC Milan and Liverpool, the rivalry is seriously very huge, and they will be playing also tonight in the group, rather in the Champions League new format. Let's have the fixtures there so that at least people will also be able to know maybe that we have Juventus fans, we have Real Madrid fans against Stuttgart, big match there, AC Milan, Liverpool, Aston Villa, yes, so that's follow Premier League. It plays Young Boys, Juventus, PSV, Sporting, Lille. If you have your club or you think this particular team will beat this particular team, or if there's anything you want to contribute on the show, let's have it before we wrap it up. 1 or 2 calls will actually make the show more interesting. We also appreciate people that are calling, and when you are calling, stay away from your TV set. Make your point, tell us your name and your location, and we really appreciate you. Back to you.
Okay.
I wish you are still playing football.
You wish I'm still playing football?
Yes.
I'm still playing the profession. Old football.
And I wish maybe it was an oversight. I would have brought Tenny, because it seems Tenny seems to understand how to hit you now.
No.
You know, you are always holding me, and I try to shake it off.
I said it in the morning and during the show. We don't look at the list of people that we don't go to competition to participate. We go to the competition to win. And the reason why Tenny was against Chelsea is because of what we did to them in the Champions League. You know what we did to them when they come to Stamford Bridge? When we went to New Camp also, not the first time, not the second time. So she's still bitter about that. Then also what they are going through currently, they are more like the Arsenal of La Liga right now. So they are going through a lot of rebuilding. So I understand our pains, but I pray that one day they will get over it and go back to the winning ways that they used to be in the last 10 or 8 years. But they are not the Barcelona that we used to know right now. Then about this Champions League, another thing that is very interesting, and there's no shortcut for anybody again. You know, in the former format that they normally use, and if you come third in your group, you take a shortcut
and go to Europa.
To go and play in Europe and play Europa. But this time around, if you didn't make the top 26, you go back. And between 9th position and 24th position, that's about 16. They only pick 8. So if you didn't make it also, you go back. So that shows that they are trying to sanitize the system. If you look at the number of matches, they only introduce 4 teams. And they only introduce about 8 matches. I know it's a lot, but it's an opportunity for clubs to now expand to expand their team.
So it means all these teams right now, they need to maybe all of them now, academy player will only have a chance also to play. A lot of players will have to be.
Now, this is an opportunity.
Oh, okay, we have a caller.
Okay.
I heard the person wants to actually go against it now. Hello, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, good evening. Good to have you on the show.
Good evening. I am Basiru Shahab calling from Kafancha, Kaduna State.
Okay, how is Kafancha Bashir?
Kafancha is normal and in school.
Okay, let's have you quickly.
I am the Liverpool fan.
Okay, good. I like that. So is Liverpool winning tonight? Liverpool.
We are really have confidence that we are going to win the Champions League.
Hey, that's a good one. Yeah, I like that.
Because we are really the best team in the Champions League.
Okay. That's a good one.
I don't see the team that can beat us.
Okay.
In that Champions League.
Okay, we'll see. This is a marathon anyway.
But we just want to appeal to him to keep in touch with the program. So as the program goes on, we want to hear your view if you are still in the race or you are out of the race as a fan.
Can you hear that? Okay, well, I know you are watching. Bashir from Kamfanchan, continue to follow us so that, you said Liverpool, nobody can bring them out,
exactly.
Right? We'll remind you if they are still there. Let's have another caller there. Hello, are you there?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good to have you on Sports Update.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm very fine. And you?
How
work is fine. Let's hear you, please.
From Niger State, the local government.
Okay. How is Niger? Let's have you, please.
From the local government.
The guy. Okay, we can hear you from Lapai local government. We can hear you. Go on. Okay, someone's the OT law. Anyway, got to have some spice on the show in the studio, really. Okay, we have another. I know people would like to have this time.
Definitely.
Good to have you on the show, Sports Update. Are you there?
No.
Hello, good evening. Let's have you.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very fine. And you?
I work today.
Work is fine.
I'm calling from National State.
Okay, let's have you quickly.
But I'm a Man U fan.
Okay, Manchester United.
So I think that is not in the Champions League. Yes.
They are not the big boys.
I wish all the clubs participate in the Champions League success.
Okay.
Throughout this.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us on the show from Nasarawa State there. Seriously, a lot of people that their clubs are not here, they are not happy at all.
In fact, the way he spoke like a true Man U fan.
He's not happy that Man United is not here. We actually understand your plight.
So that it is what it is.
And the way, and it's obvious too, the way your voice is sounding that.
Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You can quote me. Chelsea is on the path of making history. As the first club to win Champions League, to win UEFA, and to win Conference League.
And the first club.
Because they are not going there to participate, they are going to win.
Okay, let's have this call. We'll come back to you. Hello, are you there? Hello? Okay, well, we like you were saying, with all due respect to Chelsea, I love them, to be candid, I love Chelsea, even though, like I always say, I will never review my club. I don't have a club. To clear it once and for all, like I always, I don't have a club. I don't just want to support.
Why are you denying Arsenal?
No, Arsenal is always also my club. We have a caller. Hello, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, good to have you on the show. Sports Update.
My name is Mr. Chuku Kenneth.
You said?
From Lagos, Ojo.
Okay. Go on.
From Ojo, Lagos.
Ojo, Lagos.
Okay, yes, Ojo, Lagos. Good to have you on the show.
I'm not happy how my fans are doing. That is how my Chelsea fan. I'm not happy what is happening to Chelsea.
Okay.
In fact, I'm not happy when I watch football like this because I remember those of Drogba. Who will face me? Who will face the battle and succeed? That is what just I want to go full small. Then I continue. Will you show anybody this your channel?
No, we are not showing. We don't have the right here, but don't worry. Everything will come very soon. Don't worry.
Sure.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you people.
You're welcome. I know you are a Chelsea fan, and I appreciate you for calling.
True Chelsea fan.
This is a real Chelsea fan.
From the voice.
How I wish I can mention that name on air.
You
know that name.
Because they wait for you outside.
Oh my goodness. It's getting boisterous in the studio. Chelsea fans, well, don't worry. You get back. At least you are playing Europa. Don't worry. You get back next season. Who knows? Well, let's take one more call. Our time is almost up, but it's getting more interesting. Hello, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, good to have you on the show.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Go on.
Yeah. Hello, I am from you.
We can hear
I
you.
am from Kwara.
Okay, from Kwara.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, I'm happy that the UEFA champion is back. So we are doing a good update.
Okay.
We like the show.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
I think this time around, this Champions League, Arsenal will Champions League this time around.
Okay, good one.
By the grace of God. So, by the grace of God,
Okay, well, we just have to, at least our time is almost up, just to have a very short one from you.
Okay, I think the night of football has arrived again, and interestingly, it's not about Tuesday and Wednesday again. They've extended it up to Thursday, so I think it's going to be very interesting. And let's see who wins. Whoever wins Champions League this season is the real champion of the champion, because it's not going to be very easy.
It's not going to be easy. It's a marathon, not a sprint this time around. Let's see, maybe Real Madrid continue to win it if they can. Let's see how good is it going to be. And before we go, just to give you this particular news here concerning Lamine Yamal. Right now, Barcelona to improve Lamine Yamal's deal until 2030, when he turns 18 in July. They want to see how they can get him to stay with them at least in 2030. And by that time, they will add more money to the young lads who is really doing so well with Barcelona. We want to appreciate all the people that actually call in from different locations across Nigeria. Thank you so much to bring you the best when it comes to sport. And Olawale Peters.
It's my pleasure being here. Without Chelsea, no Champions League.
Of course, without Chelsea, no Champions League, but they are actually that boss. Eh? I'm Adeni Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.